Monk Mo gang, do know what's going on. Listen, bro. He may be a new guy to my channel, but I had to block him. He talking about men don't scientifically hit the wall. When they're 60 to 65, they can still inseminate. Where? They can't even get it up at 65. A lot of dudes can't even get it up at 20. That's why they brought the commercial out. Blue Chew, come grab you some. Blue Chew, come grab you some. At the end of the day, you hit the wall. You can't even get it working at around 60 years old. At the end of the day, that's because y'all been smashing everything. And at the end of the day, first of all, I told you I dropped out of 10th grade. Don't bring no highly educated paragraphs my way talking about science. Science be capping. At the end of the day, science talking about ask science if you could train 3 times a day. They gonna tell you no. That's why you ain't never gonna scientifically look like this. At the end of the day, I don't care about science. Science tell you to work out 3 to 4 times a week. And you ain't gonna look like this working out 3 to 4 times a week. At the end of the day, screw what science telling you. Screw what science is telling you. Scientifically, they talking about dad bods the most attractive. No, scientifically, scientists are dumb. At the end of the day, you got to understand, scientists don't even make multi-millions of dollars. Scientists don't run up 80 M's. Are you crazy? I repeat, scientists don't run up 80 M's. So you could bring all the scientific knowledge. Men hit that wall. Some men are born on the wall. Yeah, men are born on the wall. At the end of the day, you're not born with biceps. You're not born in shape. So men, you hit the wall until you get in shape. At the end of the day, you getting taken advantage of by the hot girl, but you can't even smash. Scientific studily, the ways of the guys who are married for 25 years and they can't even get sex from their own wife. Do a scientific study on that. Science that. At the end of the day, I'm tired of all you out of shape dudes with 1 subscriber. You got no videos. You're not a content creator. So scientifically, you not no future multi-millionaire. You not running up 80 M's unless you get around the get-arounds. At the end of the day, I repeat, unless you debate, you're not even going to be one of those dudes. At the end of the day, you going to be one of those dudes offline. Dudes want to do that fresh and fit. What about that fresh and fit? Myron got a bald spot in the middle of his shit. I repeat, Myron got a bald spot in the middle of his head from arguing and debating with women who don't like him. Imagine have to debate with women who don't like you. You know how stressful that is? Imagine talking about guys don't like this, but your woman is your baby mother is a OnlyFans model. Imagine that. Imagine your baby mother, she got her coochie online, but that's your baby mother. That's who you bust inside. Imagine, do scientific study on men that cannot control themselves. Do scientific studies on that. Stop talking about women who hit menopause. At the end of the day, if you in shape at 40 years old and you a multi-millionaire and you in shape, you could actually get the woman who's 19 or 21 or 25 or 23 and she's a virgin and she look like a beauty pageant. I'm not telling dudes to go get a woman who's 35 about to hit menopause or about to go through menopause. When have I ever told you, get in shape, go get you a 45-year-old? I never said that. Stop sending me those paragraphs. You getting blocked. I'm not reading that. Go over and reread. Listen, I posted on my post. So I posted on my community post. Go read that paragraph that he was talking about, because I don't understand none of them scientific educated words, because he used big words. That's what dudes that go to college, they know how to use them big old words and they got 1 subscriber. Bro, how many people that leave college come out with $80 million? How many? How many college graduates got $80 million for for using them big old educated words. They school teachers. At the end of the day, stop the cap. At the end of the day, you better stop that cap and get in shape talking about men can't hit the wall. When you 40 years old, you can't get no hot woman unless you a multi-millionaire, and you can't even get a kiss. Do you see Rick Ross? He got the land, he got the real estate, he got the car collection. He reach in for a kiss. That woman keep on putting her hand on his chest. If you are 40 years old and you a multi-millionaire and you got boobs just like her, you can't get no kiss. You about to get a divorce. Yeah, you about to get a divorce. That's what you get. It ain't genuine. You hit that wall. At the end of the day, just like a dude who really had to settle because he couldn't really get what he wanted, and his woman hit that wall, guess what? He don't even want to smash her. He be cheating on her because she hit that wall. This is why women in America, they be dating 7 to 8 to 10 dudes at one time because every dude they mess with hit that wall. That's why you're so weak. What you debating for? You hit that wall. Say in the center, what you debating for? You hit that wall. Myron, what you debating for? What you debating for? You got a ball spot in the middle of your shit. At the end of the day... Myron, what you debating for? Fresh, what you debating for? What are you even on Fresh and Fit for? You barely even get to talk. Every time you talk, you can't even get it out. You got so much social anxiety because you know you hit that wall. You got boobs too. Talk about, this car got me late right here. Professionally, this car got me late right here. Conservatively. Man, shut up. Softy. At the end of the day, all these dudes is rich lames. You rich and you lame, you stupid. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm going to call it out for what it is. At the end of the day, I'm not talking down on females, bro. Because at the end of the day, it take two to tango. If the woman got menopause, why you smashing her though? Why are dudes still smashing her? Don't you know it's 40-year-old OnlyFans models that still make millions? So if she got menopause, she's still gonna make millions. It's still gonna be a dude out there just like you, scientifically gonna be hornily ready and available to bust to that screen because they can't get what they want in real life. Why you think all these dudes are bitter? You talking about men don't hit the wall. Men can't even get the woman that they want. Talking about men don't hit the wall. Where? Dudes can't get off the wall. Yeah, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be men hit the wall. No, men don't hit the wall. They can't get off the wall. They was born on that wall. They stuck to the wall like a spider. At the end of the day, they stuck to the wall like a spider. They stuck to the wall like an ant. At the end of the day, they can't get off of the wall. How about that? You can't get off the wall. You're going to be 40 years old and you're going to be out of shape. When I'm 45 years old, I'm going to be in shape. Big old biceps, big old triceps. A woman 25 going to want me. A woman 22 going to want me. A woman 21 going to want me. You talking about women with menopause. Where did that even come from? You talk about scientifically when a woman is around 35, that's, he said some type of big old word. Bruh, you have acne on the face. You are on the wall. You don't got clear skin like me, bruh. You own that wall. I'm tired of dudes talking about women hit the wall. What about these dudes that stay on the wall their whole entire life? 99% of dudes stay on that wall. You could get all the millions in the world. All you're going to get is in a relationship that's going to get you finesse. They're going to divorce you just like they did Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter on that wall with the millions. At the end of the day, his biceps ain't looking like this and he in the NFL. That says a lot. I ain't trying to hear it. All you dudes is fans. You fanatics. You got another dude on the back of your jersey. That ain't your last name. That's another dude last name. You might as well go be with LeBron James instead of worry about females. At the end of the day, I can't even say the word because I'm going to get a strike from YouTube. At the end of the day, that's how soft you dudes is. At the end of the day, stop talking about women that you can't get. You mad. You mad you can't get that little 21-year-old. You mad. At the end of the day, when you 21 years old, you got to date the woman that's 28. You can't even get a woman that's 21 or 20 years old because you hit the wall so early. At the end of the day, I'm tired of these dudes thinking, oh yeah, you just gotta get money. All these, you know how many women got husbands? They husband be right behind them. They be licking their lips at me, bro. The husband don't even see it. He be on his phone because he hit the wall. He know what's going on. At the end of the day, oh, I don't have time to go to the gym. But you got time to make a baby you didn't even want. You got a baby mother who don't even like you. Imagine having a baby mother who exposed you like PJ Washington. PJ Washington gonna forever get PJ Washington. At the end of the day, I ain't never gonna get PJ Washington. He don't even see his son. He pulled up with a mediocre he pulled up with a mediocre wife to Brittany Renner. Listen, at the end of the day, he chose Brittany Renner. Why you going back and forth with something that you chose? That's what I'm talking about. Why you going back and forth with something that you chose to bust inside of? That's your dumbness. That's your horny butt that did some dumb stuff. Then gonna talk about women hitting the wall at 35 to 40 to 50. Why would you get a woman who's 50 years old? Why you still dating at 50 years old? Why are you dating at 50 years old? You could barely move because you not in shape. All these dudes, they be going to the pool with their shirt on. I'm not trying to hear nothing. If I go to the pool, I'll rip my shirt off and all the women gonna go ooh la la, and I don't even want to smash them. Because at the end of the day, I'm actually attractive. They never taught men that when you're actually attractive, you don't gotta settle for anything. Y'all dudes running to the woman at the gas station. She say, ooh, I like you. Where you going tonight? You got to settle for her. You gonna try to put a baby in it. That's the only woman you could get. You could only get the woman at the gas station. You could only get the woman at Walmart. All them women that you following on social media, you can't get none of them. They gonna charge you. How much? How much? At the end of the day, I'm not talking to none of you soft, fruity pebble type of dudes. Send that paragraph to Fresh and Fit. Send that paragraph to Boise State University. Send that paragraph to Harvard. Send that paragraph to Duke University. Don't send no paragraph to me. I dropped out. I ain't trying to hear that. At the end of the day, I don't see no dudes leaving college coming out with 80 M's in the bank. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what type of degree you got. It ain't the rich one. At the end of the day, get that victim mentality from out of here because you got one subscriber. I ain't trying to hear it. At the end of the day, bro, this the bots ain't getting to me. It's the bots trying to get to me. At the end of the day, women hit the wall. You not even a content creator. Women don't even know you. They don't know you. A lot of dudes, they gon' probably call me a simp or whatever. They could call me whatever. I'm not attracted to dudes. That's you dudes. You attracted to the alpha male. You care about the alpha male calling you a simp, you gonna feel bad. So you gonna stop holding doors open. You gonna hate women because the alpha told you to hate women. Well, men are mad because they can't. Man, shut up, Fresh and Fit. At the end of the day, ain't nan one of y'all fresh and ain't nan one of y'all fit. Myron, his baby mother, an OnlyFans model, the same woman he be debating with back and forth. All he invite on the show is OnlyFans model. He don't even debate, bro. He don't even invite righteous women. Every woman that come on there, she got daddy issues. She ain't never had a dad in her life. She probably bi, and then he gonna bring her on there to try to debate, bro. College ain't teach you that. You can't make people like you. They read books how to win over friends. I ain't trying to win over no soft friend like you. I don't want to win over no friends. Friends don't go to the gym as much as me. Friends don't even care about the buys and the tries. I ain't doing that, bro. Win over friends. All you do suckers. Friends ain't got subscribers up without selling their soul. Dudes literally be selling their soul for money. They feel like if I got 10 million in the bank, I'm good. I don't need to work out. What? You sold your soul to that 10 million. If you was to lose that 10 million, if Bandman Kevin was to scam you out that 10 million, oh, you cooked. You gonna commit suicide, softy. At the end of the day, I ain't going for none of that cupcake stuff. At the end of the day, I'm from Gen Z, but I ain't a part of Gen Z. Like the Bible said, we live in this world, but we not a part of this world. I'm not a part of this world. At the end of the day, I'm not a part of none of that soft stuff. I'm not debating with no single mother. I'm not debating with no woman. At the end of the day, I'm not doing no collabs with none of you soft French toast sticks at breakfast time in the morning. You don't do push-ups. You don't do 1,000 push-ups a day. I do 1,000 push-ups a day. I go to the gym 3 times a day. I work a full-time job, 8-hour shift, and I drop 14 videos a day. How you like them apples? Ain't no excuses over here. Oh, I wish I could go to the gym. You shoulda, woulda, coulda. You softy. At the end of the day, you got time to go to the pool and show out that freaking 6-month pregnant male, female type body type. How you a male and you 6 months pregnant stomach? You a dude you look like you the one who got pregnant. At the end of the day, I'm tired of all these dudes. They freaking stomachs bigger than their girlfriend's stomach. At the end of the day, what's up with you dudes? You're soft. At the end of the day, I ain't trying to hear about no political nothing. I ain't trying to hear about no Donald Trump. Donald Trump got bare belly and he out of shape. At the end of the day, if you ain't in shape, I ain't trying to hear it. Don't tell me about Donald Trump. I don't care what no out of shape dude with boobs, with male boobs got to say. You said enough. When you skip that gym, you said enough. You said enough. Every time Donald Trump talk, do his arms look like this? It don't. I ain't trying to hear it. Dudes like Saint in the Center talk about white supremacy. He G-A-Y. Bruh, they ain't rocking Supreme. You ain't Supreme. If you ain't rocking the designer brand Supreme, you ain't Supreme, sucker. At the end of the day, I don't believe in I ain't no bisexual type of dude. So at the end of the day, ain't no male supreme over me. If you ain't rocking Supreme, you ain't Supreme, sucker. At the end of the day, Monk Mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, see, I was gonna let it rest until that dude sent that paragraph. I ain't even read it. The words sounded too educated. Dudes who gotta use strong educational words, they gotta use big words because people might think, well, he sounds like a educated, sophisticated brother. You ain't my brother. You out of shape. Ain't none of my brothers out of shape. All my brothers in shape. I don't know what type of brother community y'all think this is. I'm not part of the community. The community out of shape. The community is victims. I ain't trying to hear. I ain't never been no victim a day in my life. I ain't never got slapped in the back of my neck in high school, college. I ain't never even went to college. I ain't never got slapped in the back of my neck in middle school. At the end of the day, you dudes been bullied your whole life like the Saint in the Center. Listen, all that tough stuff, it don't faze me. I know people turn tough after they got bullied. So at the end of the day, all them dudes that got bullied in grade school, once they got out of school, they start trying to slap people in the back of the neck on the street. Nah, brother, it don't work like that. We seen you get slapped in the back of the neck. Fresh and fit, Myron got a bald spot in the middle of his head. How old is he? Like 40? He hit the wall. Yeah, he hit the wall. He got to pay all them females that come on podcast. You ain't no player, sucker. At the end of the day, I'm not no player, but I ain't no sucker. Listen, you see the forearms, you see the buys, and you see the tries. I don't want to talk to you because you got to try.